Hi, everybody. This is the Truthology channel, and I am the Truthologist. Um, as you guys may be able to notice here, I'm about to make a solar generator. That's one of my hobbies. Um, so I don't have an actual phone stand or a tripod or anything like that, so I'm gonna have to record it after I've done like a step or whatever, then I'll explain the step I did. So I'm gonna put it together, and this is the supply list. I got like a motorcycle cigarette lighter. Let's see here, open that there. And cigarette lighters are good for starting fires, so that's good in a grid down type situation. We have a battery, and I'm using a Life PO4 battery, and because they last longer. See, it has 2,000 cycles on this one. And here's a battery box. It's basically from a trailer breakaway system. So it's just the battery box with that. That's why it's so small. I'm gonna make me a small generator, and I'll show you the solar panel later. But these are some of the tools I'll be using, and this is like the mounting system for this motorcycle cigarette lighter. And the reason why I chose this one is because it has a clock on it. I think that would be kind of useful. Plus the little USB ports. All right, but I'm going to be pausing the video a lot, and when I unpause it, I'll be showing you what I did. So I'm going to pause it right now. Okay, guys, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to use this barrel jack connector. You can get these off online, or on eBay or Amazon, or I guess just different websites, I guess. And then this is a connector, a spade connector, and I'm gonna use this to connect multiple wires because it has a large opening, so I can put multiple wires in there. And the source of all my wire is gonna be from what came with this cigarette lighter. So I'm gonna be cutting it, splicing it. I'm only gonna be using this wire unless I literally run out of wire, basically. So, because I shouldn't need all of it. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you my progress so far. Because this wire is so thin, let me see if I can demonstrate that. This wire is like kind of very, very thin. Let's see. Did it focus? Anyway, you see all that insulation and then that little thin little strip of wire. So I basically had to double it up. So I cut two ends of the wire and put them together, coming out the terminal of the battery. So I just made a battery terminal. I just put some spade connectors on there. I spliced it with a wire stripper. See, yeah. And just connect these on here, and crunch them down with one of these. All this stuff you can get at regular Walmart. And I put those connectors on there to go on these spade connectors on this battery. Okay, and I just made the actual charging cable. This would be the charging cable with one of those barrel connectors. And I'm going to hook that in to this other side, because this is nothing but a terminal. So you connecting more than one thing together, that's a terminal. Okay, so I'll connect this and the let's see here, and I'll be connecting this to it as well. As you can see, the cord is a little bit shorter now. I could probably add something else to it because the cord is so long, but we'll see. I'm going to pause the video again and start hooking things up, and I'll let you know what I did. Okay, guys, now I just connected, and let's see here, got a jumble of stuff over here. So I just connected the wires to the other end of the terminal, so that'll be my charging port, and this other wire goes over here to this, which would be the cheap Chinese motorcycle cigarette lighter port slash charger or whatever you want to say. But I like it because it has that clock on it, of course. But you can get other models. And let's see here. Let's see what we're gonna do. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to hold the phone and connect these terminals here. Let's see, it'll be just a moment of truth. Oh, and rule number 1: always make sure all your wires, when you come up to the battery, are matching. Right now, I don't have a fuse on this, so I have to make sure it's matching because you don't want to mess yourself up here. So make sure all your wires that are connected to this terminal here are all matching on each side. So all the red wires are on one side, and they're connected. All the black wires are on the other side, and they're connected. So it's not hard. It's not complicated. Pretty simple. And I didn't screw this terminal down. Let me pause the video and tighten it down some more. Give me one moment. All right, guys, I'm back. Thankfully, my son came in, and now he's helping me. So he's holding the camera for me. And we're going to just do a quick test. So we're going to go ahead and put the battery in the battery box. Make sure I got it lined up there. Okay. All right, and now it's going to connect these finicky wires on here. All right, you can back up from the camera a little bit. Yeah, back up. All right. All right, then connect the other one. Make sure you got a good connection on there. I'm going to go ahead and, well, we're going to see if it's working. Okay, yeah, so it's working. All right, we're going to test out the cigarette lighter port. Hopefully it doesn't blow the fuse, let's see. Because there is a fuse on here, so that's good. And nothing's warming up. So they didn't make it too cheap in China. Checking the wires, make sure nothing's warming up. So that's letting me know the wires are thick enough. Okay. All right. Okay. So you can just use this to make a fire. Get your little paper or make you a bird nest. It's burning off all those chemicals from China. Oh. But you can make you a bird's nest or whatnot, and and put it on there and then blow into it, and you can start you a fire. So that's why I like these. It's like another way to start a fire. So if I'm gonna make a solar generator, that's the right word. I'm always gonna have like a real cigarette lighter port on it. So, but yeah, it's burning off all that Chinese whatever they put on this stuff. So I'm gonna turn it off for right now. That's another thing I like about this one. It actually turns off, so it's not draining your battery. And this watch on it, it's ran by one of those small batteries. So it's 2032 batteries. I think that's what they're called. Okay, so I'm basically gonna just start stuffing everything in there since we know it works. And of course, guys, once I actually going to start using it a lot, I'll go ahead and put a fuse, because you always want to put a fuse between your battery and your load. So I'll put it right here on these two double wires. I have inline fuses, so it's not going to be a problem. I just have to find them. You put something somewhere and it gets lost. So. So we're gonna have this sticking out here. That's where the solar panel is gonna plug in at. I'm gonna stuff all the rest of this wire down in here. It's, again, like I said, guys, it's simple. It's a hobby of mine. I like to make little solar generators out of scrap parts, or I buy like parts. Like this one is all custom because I bought the parts for it. I'm like one of those visualizers. I visualize it, then I make it. So. There's no schematics or plans for it. I'm not drawing anything up for it, so you just have to go by what you see me doing. And right, so I'm going to close this box. So now the box is closed, can't nothing get in it. You know, and it even has a slot so you can lock it. Make sure so that make it childproof. Children won't be able to go in there and mess with it. And now we have to put the mounting system on. And no, I haven't had one of these this particular model, so I got to see how it works here. I'm assuming it can go like that. Yeah, mount it like this. So it'll probably sit like this on the box. And again, if you think about it, it's very small, which is what I want. All I want to be able to do is like charge up electronics. I can run a light bulb off of it because I have USB light bulbs. I mean, they're kind of hard to get your hands on because, you know, everybody wants to be, off the grid. So, you know, yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and start mounting this. I'm going to pause the video, and I'll get right back with you. Okay, guys, I've given up on trying to find a screw and a bolt that would be short enough not to touch anything on the inside of this box too far or anything. I don't want to short circuit anything, so you know what I'm going to do. Because like I said, it's my first time using this particular motorcycle cigarette lighter. Usually things have like a regular screw hole that goes right here, but I'm assuming this just mounts to the frame with a real bolt, so I'm not going to worry about it. But that does actually ground it because these are metal screw holes in here, so that would ground this unit. But we're not on a motorcycle, so we don't need to ground it, you know. So I'm just gonna take the easy way out. I'm gonna use some of this JB Quick Weld. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be doing anything extra complicated here. So I'm going to close this box. Okay. Get as much slack as I think I might need. Go ahead and pull out the JB Weld. You don't know how to use JB Weld? I'm sorry you don't know how to use JB Weld. Okay. So right now we have the steel part, and this is the hardener part. So I'm just opening this part up. I'm going to put a little bit on here. Don't need much. And this is the quick setting kind, so it should only take 6 minutes. Go ahead and open the hardener. Okay. And what I'm going to stir it with, it's going to be this spade connector that I cut off at the ends of this thing originally. So that's always good to recycle, guys. I always recycle. So put it on there, and I'm going to cut it off with this stirrer. Okay, we're going to start mixing it together, guys. And of course, we don't put JB Weld on our hair. That's kind of a very, very bad idea, guys. There's no reason to use any type of epoxy on your hair to try to hold anything in place. It's not a good idea. All right. So now, before it sets, we go ahead and close this up. Of course, I always use things in a well-ventilated area. Okay, I'm going to try to line this up and push it back, slide it back so to spread out a little bit. So I'm just going to put it on there. Put it in the pile of JB Weld, slide it back a little bit, and back and forth a little bit so to spread out some. Get good coverage. It's already sticking, so I'm just going to hold this here for about 6 minutes. Make sure it's lined up the way I want it. And I'm going to pause the video because I don't want to add a whole 6 minutes to the video, so I'm going to pause the video here and come back with you guys after 6 minutes. Okay, guys, I'm back. I've pretty much JB Welded that on there. It's still a little wiggly, but I don't care. It's going to finish drying in a minute. And as you can see, I put this little deterrent on here to keep people from opening it up. and messing with it. Like I said, we don't need any short circuits here. And also, I would like to show you guys the panel. As you can see, the panel, guys. There we go. Alright, so you see it's a pretty good panel. It's a monocrystalline panel. Here are the specs on this guy. Alright, guys, as you can see, it's a 15-watt panel. Okay. And of course, you're going to want to watch the panel when you have it connected to the battery and make sure it's not overcharging the battery, because we don't have a charge controller hooked up. If I did want to use a charge controller, I would use a very small charge controller. And probably like mount it, I guess, right here, I guess, or on the side in the back somewhere. Okay, guys, and now we're gonna pause the video. We're gonna go outside and test it out. Okay, guys, back again. We're outside. I'm gonna slide this over here in the view. Okay, now we're outside. We're gonna go ahead and open this up and turn it on. And again, I don't know if I said it already, but all praise to the Creator and nobody else for this lesson this evening, guys. And I'm looking at the camera. It's showing these numbers up kind of weird here. All right. I guess the refresh rate was kind of high on my phone, I guess. Yeah, you gotta get real close to it for it to stabilize. Yeah, that's not good. Anyway, but what I'm gonna do, as you can see, we have the panel over here. I don't know what I did to my phone to make it stop focusing. This little slide bar thingy. It's kind of weird. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and plug the, we're gonna keep the camera on here. And in order to make sure that the panel is working. I don't know why it won't focus, guys. Let's see. There we go. So I'm gonna plug up the panel with the barrel jack connector. And if the voltage goes up, that means we have it means it's working, guys. Okay, guys, I plugged it in. The voltage went up to 12.9 now. So it is charging. Now it's going to 13. Okay. So as you can see, this setup does work, guys. And of course, depending on what kind of battery you have, you always want to check to see the charging specifications of whatever battery you're trying to use. Like on this battery, it says, we charge it up to 14.5. And it says if you want to store the battery, you want to store it at I think 80% or 70% capacity. But basically, just read the label that's on the battery and it lets you know everything. Now, why this isn't focusing, I don't know. But anyway, remember, guys, we had a cigarette lighter. Here's a fuse on here. Here's a 25 amp fuse. So I'm not really worried about putting another fuse on it. It's not that serious. We did this JB Weld. It's pretty much dry. And y'all know I was gonna let y'all get away without, guess what? And we might come back and zoom back on this number here. Let me see. Because see if it charges past 13. But it is charging, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hit y'all with another book. It's over with, guys. Here we go. Guys, if y'all are thinking about doing what they're telling y'all to do, because I don't know why we think that anything that they have to give us, guys, is anything good. It's not good at all, man. It's not good. You gotta just fight. Don't let them give you something that you don't need. But guys, you need to read this book. If you think about doing anything weird like that, just read the book. you need to get a better perspective about what's going on. And these are all some of the people that are mentioned in the book. Things that happen to people. I'm talking about these people was injecting us with goddamn radioactive material. I think it was plutonium or something. Which was stupid. Like just cause and then to see how our body would react to it and all that stuff. And people were still living after they got injected with this crap because we have melanin in our skin, so that protects us from a lot of stuff like that. But that's still wrong, man. Those people still got cancer. They still died, eventually. So, guys, you gotta follow the laws, keep the code, follow the commandments, guys, and you gotta go out and read this book. Knowledge is power, guys. Just go out and read it. Don't do what they want you to do. Any type of it, and they're almost forcing us to take this what they trying to give us, so because they're already over there in the fake Israel talking about with this passport crap, this green passport they got, and you have to take it in order to get the passport so you can move around freely. It's just a bunch of bullshit. I don't want to cuss too much, but it's just a bunch of bull, guys. Don't even, guys, just wake up. If you out there listening and you watch my video, please wake up. Don't follow anybody other than the creator. Don't know Mr. J's, y'all. None of these names. Just follow the creator only. Please, guys. He's the only one that can help you. You shouldn't fear these people about this damn shot and wanting to take your freedoms away. It don't even matter. This stuff is almost over with anyway. So you gotta learn all the skills you can. Let's go check back up on this box here, see what's going on here. I don't want to focus on. As you can see, it's reading 13.1, so of course it is working, guys. And you can charge your phone. 3 amp port at the bottom, 1.5 at the top. Pretty good device, man. Of course, I'm gonna turn it around so you can see that we did connect the solar panel to it with this barrel jack connector. So yeah. So guys, again, all praise to the creator, guys, and nobody else. Just guys, you gotta go out here and do some research, guys. Just research, just learn history. It's just bad, guys. Just do what you gotta do to get as much information as you can. Because if anytime they are telling you to do something, it's like for your own good. Question it, man. Just no matter what, just question it and don't do it. Apparently, ain't none of this stuff good. But I wish I could talk freely about it, but I don't want no strikes. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short. Again, all praise to the creator. Shalom.